We're here at the Petersen Auto Museum. Hey, we're here at the Petersen Auto Museum. I'm here with my son Riley. And the reason we're here is we're going to show you a lot of cool cars. But you know what's here is the original Back to the Future car and the original Ghostbusters car. So we're going to see those and we're going to give you a tour of this place right now. All right? So we're just going to walk through the whole place. And these cars are super cool. Wow, that's really neat. But we're excited to see the Ghostbusters car that's here. And we're excited to see the Back to the Future. This place is super detailed, amazing. I'm not gonna lie. It's a Jaguar. I don't know what the heck this is, but it's some kind of wild, crazy thing. This is a motorcycle used in the movie Terminator. Holy cow. Check that out. That is really cool, isn't it, Riley?
Yeah.
Look at all the guns. Yeah, that's really cool.
There's Back to the Future.
And check this out. The motorcycle from Terminator. Who stars Batman? I would actually like to see somebody drive that because that is insane. And then look what we have here. You can't even believe it. It's the original Back to the Future. It was used in all 3 Back to the Future movies. Right here. There it is. The original one. Right there. Check that out. There's the flux capacitor in there. The real one. I mean, it's like you can't even believe it. The real one just sitting right there. Back to the Future. I wonder if they ever remake this movie, would they get this out of here and use it again? And look, you can see the date. It's October 26, 1985. That's, you know, when the movie came out. There you go. Check it out. Isn't that cool? The original Back to the Future car.
Netflix movie.
Was used in a Netflix movie. A lot of bullet holes. And this one was driven in the movie Black Panther. That's pretty cool. So this car right here was driven in the movie Black Panther. Look on the roof and you'll see the scrapes from the Black Panthers. And you'll see bullet holes right there on the top. You can see them everywhere. And this is the original Starsky and Hutch Gran Torino. And look at that. That's one of the reasons why it is the original, because you see it would have these like welds and brackets that you see right there so that they can mount the cameras. You always know the original ones because you'll find, like in Dukes of Hazzard and stuff, you'll actually see like welded brackets where there shouldn't be any, and that's where cameras were. And you'll notice on the seat, it's actually signed by one of the stars. Really cool. And what was this used for? I'm going to take a guess and say Ready Player One. And oh my gosh, look what's sitting right here, Riley. The real Batmobile. Right there. The real Batmobile. Check that out. That is so freaking cool. And you know, they have the Flash movie coming out, and that's going to have the Batmobile back in that movie with Michael Keaton. It says the Batmobile, driven by Michael Keaton, and Batman Returns. It says there was 3 studio examples, and this is one of them. That's what it says right there. Riley, this is one of 3 originals. Folks, check that out. The original Batmobile. Look at that. It's got little emblems, bat emblems. That's just insane. Totally insane. And you know what? You see this movie poster right here? This is one of my favorite movies of all time. Tighten your seatbelts. You've never had a trip like this before. Vanishing Point. One of my favorite movies. We're going to make a little phone video of this real quick. Check it out, folks. The original Batmobile here in the Petersen Museum in Los Angeles, California. It's the real one that was used in Batman and Batman Returns. The real Batmobile. And I'll tell you, you can tell the difference between this one and the fakes. Because it looks like there's a real jet turbine in there. On the other ones, it's just like all molded. You can tell the difference. You can really tell the difference. You know, one of the things I'm going to try to do here is I want to try to take a look in the cockpit. It says top speed 160 miles an hour, which isn't really that fast considering everything we know about today's cars. But there you go. The original Batmobile. All right, we're moving on. This was used in the movie Woody. This was used in a movie called Baby, an Impala. But look at this. Here we go. This is the Ghostbusters car from the brand new Ghostbusters movie from 2021. This is it right here. There it is. And right over here, this was a motorcycle or some kind of contraption driven in Men in Black. And here is the motorcycle that they drove in Men in Black 3. But let's get a better look at the Ghostbusters car. This movie was amazing. Would you not agree this movie was great?
It was good.
It was very good. This movie was excellent. And boy, they did a really good job on, replicating the original to look like it had been sitting for 20 years. You know, it's really funny too. Look, there's like baling wire to hold the doors closed. That's pretty funny. From the new 2021 Ghostbusters movie. Check this out. And one of the things I did notice is that the tires look old, but they're brand new. Of course, you gotta have good tires, right? The Ghostbusters Ecto 1 right here. This movie was really, really good, and they have all kinds of cool little toys in the back. Wow. Amazing. The original Ghostbusters car right here in the flesh at the Petersen Museum in Los Angeles, California. Oops. And then what do you have here? Cars. Nothing can beat the Ghostbusters. Look at that car. That looks like right out of a Hot Wheel movie.
Well, look at it. No side view mirrors. Nothing. It's just
You don't need sides.
It had a V8.
It's a Pontiac. Let's see what else is in here. Yeah. Bunch of cool cars. Lincoln. That's a really weird car right there, isn't it? Mercedes-Benz.
What is this even supposed to be?
a Studebaker.
That's a goofy looking
It is a
car.
pretty goofy car. It's looking. You have like tinfoil for seats, so you can get a suntan while you drive.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, there you go. Okay, we're gonna go down to the second level and see what's down there. So it looks like this floor is just got like a bunch of cool. There's a bunch of motorcycles. And I think this is the car that set the land speed record. And it went to the Salt Flats. It did 240 miles an hour, that car went, or whatever you want to call that thing. And it looks like they have some race cars. These are like kind of, I guess, Le Mans type cars. And then they got some super rare cars in there. A mock-up. Can you imagine? That looks like a car that like you'd see in like a movie like Logan's Run or something. I guess this is supposed to emulate a design studio. And there, right here, you have a good old-fashioned McLaren. It looks
Like
really
Robbie's
cool.
car.
Yeah, it looks cool, don't it? Very cool. Volkswagen culture. Nothing we see is going to equal the Back to the Future car and the Ghostbusters car. Not even close. This I know is a Ferrari right here. It's probably a very rare one. It says a Shelby D. Tommaso, so I guess it's not a Ferrari. Certainly looks like one. And I know what this is. This is a Ford.
Remember he hurt his knee before? His leg fought.
It's a D. Tommaso, but it has a Ford engine in it. Wow, look at that car. Oh my God.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. The absolute craziest car I've ever seen in my entire life. Right here. Look at that. That thing is literally a fraction of an inch off the ground. Look at this. It's literally sitting on the ground.
They're gonna drive this on the highway.
Oh, I would drive it on the highway.
Yeah, one little bump.
Look at that. It's a one-seat car with like a big bubble. You climb into it. Look at that. Holy smokes. They say this is an electric hypercar. It's 1,000 horsepower. And it says that it will go 200 miles an hour. Pretty cool. That is sick. I tell you what, don't dare go over a speed bump. These are cars that were literally made. They made these cars like so long ago, and people buy them and enjoy them. You won't catch me dead in them. I guess that's an electric motorcycle. Look at that, electric motorcycle. So now we have a bunch of 1940 style, 1930s style hot rods. Not really into them. It'd be kind of cool if they had the original ZZ Top. That looks like it's right out of Grease. Oh, it says this was seen in Iron Man. These are Iron Man cars. This is the car that was in Iron Man's building. He would work on this car in the movie. And this one, it says, was seen in a television show about Ricky Nelson. Pretty cool. Holy smokes, he now died and gone to heaven. Oh my God. It says this car will go 285 miles per hour. 285 miles per hour run.
That's crazy.
It's all private.
This is the single craziest car I've ever seen in my entire life. I thought I saw the craziest one a little earlier, but this really does look like the Batmobile on every level. This car goes 285 miles an hour. Look at that engine. I mean, like, who could even fix that if it was to break? It's called a 2020 DeVal 16 V8 prototype. Look at that thing. Holy smokes. Isn't that insane? $285 miles an hour. That's mind blowing. Mind blowing.
$1.6 million.
How much?
$1.6 million.
1.6 million to build it. Oh my goodness. This car looks really cool. And here you go. Here's a Hennessy Venom. And it says it will go 311 miles per hour. That's what it claims. 311 mile per hour car. Hey, believe it when you see it, right? Look at this car. Oh my goodness. Holy cow. Oh, everybody wants one of these. A Bugatti. Who doesn't want a Bugatti? This car says can go 254 miles an hour. Check out the Bugatti. A lot of cool cars. Here's a Lamborghini. Says this car can go 217 miles an hour. Holy cow. Crazy. Looks like a bunch of electric motorcycles. Yay. Definitely all electric motorcycles for sure. And it looks like they have a racing, virtual reality racing deal in there. So now we're going to go to the bottom level, which is the final level, and we'll check out the James Bond car. There you go. And I guess this was something that, you know, a tow sled from James Bond. I guess probably a real helicopter that that really flies. We got a Ford Cougar with skis on it. This looks like the Gone in 60 Seconds car. And says James Bond. I guess it's from like an older James Bond. I mean, the Gone in 60 Second car was yellow, I think. I remember that boat. That is definitely from James Bond. Yep, James Bond. Like, everything in here is James Bond. Oh my gosh. Check this out. This is the real Lotus that goes underwater. It's a submarine car. And this apparently was sitting in somebody's like garage or something for a long time. And look, it's got a missile that'll shoot up out of the back. Of course it does. It's James Bond. And there it is. It really worked too. I doubt it had real wheels, but it was a real submarine car. But I don't think it actually, they had two cars, one that drove on the road and one that went underwater. This is an underwater car, Riley. So you see it right there.
Does it actually work?
I don't think it's showing you that it works. But when you look at this car right here, you see like a seam right there, but that seam is like a real seam. I mean, it's not, what I'm saying is this seam right here doesn't open. It's fake. So this car was made for underwater, and then they had another one that drove on land. All this stuff is James Bond. It's really cool. Very cool. Look at this, Riley. A James Bond car on sleds. Yeah, let's take a look. Look into the submarine. All this stuff here was used on James Bond. Everything. So that is cool. A plane using James Bond. Here is another Aston Martin, but a newer kind that's always been wrecked by James Bond. And then here's another Aston Martin that's been wrecked by James Bond with bullet holes, of course. Look at all the bullet holes in the dash. That's cool. Yeah, I know. Look at all the bullet holes, yeah. Very, very cool. Excuse me. And here we go. This is the end of the museum. And it kind of ends with a... that over there I know is a Ferrari Dino, I think that's called. Very cool. Yes, you'll see right here, it says Dino. They're not super valuable, but look how little the wheel is. That is very tiny. Very cool. So there you have it. There's your tour through the Petersen Museum. They have a gift store, and they have a bunch of free cars too you can look at. Riley, what would you say was the coolest car you saw?
The bubble one.
The bubble one?
Yeah.
What about movie cars?
Oh, the Batman.
The Batman? Over Back to the Future?
The Batman.
The Batman, there you go.
The Batman.
All right. Well, that's all from the Petersen Museum. Again, you're probably wondering, like, why did we cover this? Well, I like showing cool stuff, and this museum happened to have the Ghostbusters car, and I think that's cool in all of itself. And make sure you like and subscribe to our page. We have a lot more cool videos coming. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
For scary videos and more, subscribe to our YouTube page, huntworld.com.